Hey guys, this is how to play as a Demonology Warlock in PvP, as a tank though. So this is really good if you have green gear, or you're just not that confident with a Demonology build, and you want to go more defensive in PvP. Now let's get straight into it. First we're going to be running with Dark Regeneration in the talents. Fairly simple, restores 30% of you and your pet's health, and increases all healing received by 25% over 12 seconds, so that's really good. Next we're going to be running with Howl of Terror. Pretty much fears up to 5 enemies for 20 seconds within 10 yard range. So that's really good when you have a warrior, rogue, you know, they're just going at you really hard. Next we're going to be using Sacrificial Pact for obvious reasons. It's a massive bubble and it's up every 1 minute, so it's really good. And we're pretty much going to be building this build around it, so you'll see later on what I mean. Now next we're going to be using Blood Fear. Blood Fear I recommend because if you have that caster in the distance, you know, that's just slowing you down, you just want to fear him, Demonic Leap away and you'll be fine. Next we're going to be using Primal Supremacy. Now this is where stuff starts to tie in a bit. Now it pretty much increases your pet's total, everything, just increases your pet total by 20%. Now that means his health is going to be increased by 20%. So that means I benefit more from Sacrificial Pact. Next we're going to be using Manos Fury. So this works great with my hand of Gul'dan, and allows me to cover a much larger spread, so that way I can apply my slow and my dots on more targets, more than one target. Let's go into glyphs. First glyph, we're going to be using Glyph of Hellstone. Now Glyph of Hellstone pretty much it increases how much you receive, but over 10 seconds. So that works great with Dark Regeneration as well. Now we're going to be using Glyph of Demon Training. Now this increases your Wrathguard's health by 20% again. So that means when I use Sacrificial Pact, I receive 270k absorption of damage. So that means I can take 270k for 20 seconds. That's really good, especially when I'm in a tight spot. My trinket might be up in a couple seconds or something like that, and I just really need to hold there for a couple seconds, or like my healer might be feared or something. So that's really good. 270k guys. Next we're going to be using Glyph of Demon Hunting. This is where pretty much your build starts. This is pretty much halfway between Metamorphosis and Caster Form. So really you don't have Doom, instead you have Corruption still, but here's where it really starts to take place in shape as a Warlock tank. Instead of getting Twilight Ward, you get Fury Ward. It absorbs pretty much 60,000 damage for 10 seconds, 2 charges, 10-second recharge. Now it does cost 200 Demonic Fury, so you need to be aware of how much Demonic Fury you do have, and whether or not you want to be spending it on, say, a Soulfire or on a Fury Ward. Now let's get into gear. Now I recommend that you reforge everything to Mastery as your first stat priority. So even if you have some hit, reforge it to Mastery. Next, we're going to be using, for all of our gems, we're going to be using as much PvP resilience as we can get. Not PvP power, PvP resilience. But remember to be aware of your socket bonus, because a lot of the time, your socket bonus can be PvP resilience, just like it is here. 120 PvP resilience as a socket bonus. So remember, don't just put any gem in. Make sure it matches the criteria. Okay, also, as my trinket, I have my normal one, which is pretty much everyone has this trinket. Next, I'm running with the Dreadful Gladiator's Emblem of Tenacity. Now, this isn't because I decided to get a little less damage, like I would if I kept the original trinket. I would have had more damage. I decided to go with this trinket because it provides more mastery than the other trinket. Also, it increases your maximum health you can receive by 43,000. That's really good. So pretty much, it's just like a massive potion. It doesn't last that long, it lasts for 15 seconds. But within that 15-second window, that can mean, you know, your healer might be stunned or something, and you just need that little bit. Okay, now let's go into what you want to cast and what you want to do in PvP or a quick scenario. Now, you always want to have Aura of Enfeeblement because you're going to be a tank, so anything that's pretty much reduces damage or reduces the casting time of target, you're going to want. So Aura of Enfeeblement costs 50 Demonic Fury, and guys, you do need to be aware of your Demonic Fury at all times. So first we're going to be starting off with Aura of Enfeeblement. Now we want to place Corruption on as many targets as we can, because each time it does tick, it does provide Demonic Fury. Next, your Hand of Gul'dan. Now this is where it works perfectly with the glyph, the minor glyph Hand of Gul'dan, which just lets me free cast it anywhere I want, so I don't even have to be in combat to use it. So if I see a rogue in a distance, I can just use it, and I've got 2 charges. So if I'm running, I can use both charges, and that's a 60% speed reduction on all those targets behind me. So that works really great in PvP if you're, like, example, carrying the flag, or you just really want to get out of there quickly. Now, like I said before, Aura of Enfeeblement, you want to keep that up at all times. Corruption. And then now you apply your both charges of Hand of Gul'dan and Demonic Slash. Now once you've applied the Hand of Gul'dan, Aura of Enfeeblement and Corruption, you want to sort of be on the move when you're using Demonic Slash, because you do have to keep within range, but the target is most likely going to be following you anyway. So you want to be running, turning, doing it, running, continuing, and taking as least amount of damage as you can. Now I recommend leaving your pet on passive, so that way you can use his axe toss whenever you need it. Hey guys, this is just a scenario I'm presenting to you. Now this is a rogue, and let's just say he's trying to kill me, and then he's going to try and cap the node. Now obviously he wouldn't be able to cap the node because I have the advantage that a warrior doesn't. I have a pet, so I can be stunned, I can be whatever, but my pet can still attack the target and interrupt his him trying to capture the node. Now, as you can see in this fight, I make sure I keep my Aura of Enfeeblement up in the start of the fight because I know he's going to burst. I pop my Sacrificial Pact pretty early, and really I don't even care about trying to fear him and get him off me as much, because I remember to keep my demonic, my Fury Ward up, sorry. So I'm really not taking much damage, and you'll see at the end of this fight I do kill him, and I'm still in pretty good shape. So you'll see it's coming up now, pretty soon. And there you have it guys. And look how much health I still have. I didn't pop any healing cooldowns. That just goes to show how defensive and how much of a tank a Demonology Warlock can actually be. Now here's a quick trick that I found out. Now I'm using the Noggin Fogger, I think it's pronounced, potion, to get the slow as a light as a feather buff. So, but if you're in an RBG or just a BG and you had a mage with you, that could cast Slowfall, and this would work perfectly. And look, they're all waiting there for me, and then boom, I'm pretty much already at my base. I'm right next to my graveyard. I'm pretty much in clear ground. Hope you enjoyed this tip guys. Okay guys, some extra information you might need to know. Now, always have Aura of Enfeeblement up at all times. Next, try not to use Soulfire because it does cost a lot of Demonic Fury, and if you are at 200 Demonic Fury already, you're going to want to save that for Fury Ward. Always try to keep up Fury Ward also guys. Next, Dark Soul doesn't increase your burst. It now decreases the amount of damage you will take. Also, guys, try not to jump in and out of stances. When I mean stances, I mean try not to jump from Caster to Metamorphosis to Dark Apathis, because each time you jump from one another and then you jump back into Apathis, your Demonic Fury goes back down to 200. So you've always got a fixed amount. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful. Now remember, this isn't the specific build. There's always more than one type of playstyle you can have, more than one type of build you can have. I've seen people run with Burning Rush, Unbounding Will, it all works guys. It's just how you want to play. So take the information I've given you and work on it yourselves. And please leave comments below because I have been reading all of them from my last Demonology Warlock video. Guys, remember to like and subscribe for future Warlock content. Before I go guys, remember to check the description because I will be providing macros, enchants, gems and other various information that you might need to help play this spec a little bit better. Okay guys, remember to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Good luck.